How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Jose, aka the NYC Geek, aka TNG, aka the guy who's finally back from vacation. And I know I make that sound like it's a bad thing. It's not. It's not. I had a blast. We went to Dragon Con, and then we celebrated this year what should have been last year, our 10-year anniversary. But obviously, you can imagine why we couldn't travel. But I am happy to be back. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that we can start throwing myself into the streaming over on Twitch more frequently. I can devote more time to this channel because now we don't have any big travel plans. But I do want to apologize to everybody because I had hoped that I could get this video out last week while I was on vacation. Unfortunately, we ran into this huge issue. I left my monitor in the hotel room, and then I got a spare monitor, but then the computer I brought had this blue screen error where it was something to do with the video card, and I had to go on the onboard graphics card. And as you can imagine, that makes video editing very difficult. So I want to apologize for it taking so long to get this out. But what you're going to be seeing soon is our Dragon Con coverage. When I say coverage, I mean, like me walking around trying to capture as much as I can of, all of the awesomeness that's happening at the convention. And trust me, it's impossible to catch it all. I wish I could. I'm sure there's a million cosplayers out there that I missed, amazing people out there that I couldn't grab. But as a crew of just myself and my wife, it's impossible to get it all. You could sit at the Marriott, which is kind of like the center of Dragon Con, all weekend, all 5 days, because remember, it's a 5-day con now, and you're still gonna miss stuff out. So, but I do hope that when you watch this video, I really hope you could get that sense of appreciation for some of the wonderful people you meet at these conventions. And for me, that is the best part of a convention, because IRL, you might not share the same hobbies with a lot of people around you. I know growing up, I didn't, I was very disconnected from a lot of the people that I had grown up with in elementary school and then in junior high and then high school, and their kind of interest started to waver from my own. And it was going to these conventions that helped me kind of open up, because when you go to these cons, you're around hundreds, thousands, or in the case of like Dragon Con, tens of thousands of people who share, someone there is going to share those interests you have, whether it be anime, sci-fi, tabletop, video games, all those stuff. So I hope that you get that kind of sense from it here, and that it's not it doesn't feel too industrialized. I want you guys to feel the nitty gritty of it all. Before we start though, I do want to extend my heartfelt thanks to first the staff at Dragon Con, because you guys did a fucking amazing job. I don't know, I can't imagine the logistic nightmare that it is to run a convention. Imagine with tens of thousands of people, 80,000 something people, or now they capped it, it was half. But ordinarily, imagine how crazy that is. And then try to factor in all the craziness of, what, in these crazy times. So thank you guys so much for doing everything you did. You gave us a welcome respite from all of the shit that's happening out there. So thank you, Dragon Con. Thank you to all the staff, the volunteers, everybody who did everything to put this together. And then second, I want to thank all of the amazing cosplayers and people who took the time to interview with my dumbass or to pose for a picture or a video. You guys are awesome. I hope you guys had as much fun as we did. That's kind of what we're aiming for, to give you guys, like I said, a real look through these conventions. So without further ado, I'm going to show you guys the video. Like I said, it's not some high-grade professional thing. It's just me, trying to edit it all together. But I hope you guys get a sense of the fun that we had and the fun that you can have if you go to these kinds of conventions. And yeah, let's get right into the shit. So let's go. That's right, babies. We're live in Atlanta, Georgia, and we're here at Dragon Con 2021. Let's hit them streets. So one of the best things about Dragon Con, and one of my favorite things about Dragon Con, is not only is it a 24 now /5 day convention, meaning whatever time you're up, if you're up at 3 o'clock in the morning, there's something going on. If you're waking up at 9 to go get breakfast, there's something going. So that's one of my favorite things. But also, Dragon Con takes place in 5 anchored hotels, and most of them are connected to each other through sky bridges. Currently, we're here at the Hilton Atlanta, which goes right to the Marriott, and then that will lead to the Hyatt and so forth. So that's another great thing. You can avoid a lot of the outside weather, a lot of the heat, which, believe me, it is hot as hell right now here in Atlanta. And yeah, we're gonna go through the Sky Tree, and I'm gonna show you guys over to the Marriott. So we're here at the Marriott, which is fair to say, if the Hilton is like the party hotel, the Marriott, to me, I consider kind of like the heart of Dragon Con. Usually, when it's a little later in the day, this area starts to get packed. A lot of cosplayers come here, they'll hang out. A fair comparison, and later on in the year when we go to KatsuCon, it's like the gazebo of Dragon Con. And this hotel has been featured in a lot of movies and shows. They use this for the Hunger Games. They used it for Loki just recently. So it's cool. For me, it's a little terrifying because I'm terrified of heights, but it's gorgeous. Now, again, this is early Thursday morning. A lot of people are out getting their badges. So it's a little sparse. And of course, with what's going on, the convention has had to reduce the capacity, responsibly so. Usually, Dragon Con hovers around 80,000 people. So this year, they've cut it down to half, to 40,000. Hopefully, as the day goes by, people start filing in more, and around this time, usually people are online at the Sheraton getting their badges, which opens up at 10. So we're gonna keep walking around. Let's go. All right, we're still back. We're still here at the Marriott. I told you guys, this is like the gazebo of KatsuCon. And I'm here with Andrew Beckham. Andrew, thank you for taking the time. Where are you from?
So actually right now we live up in Annapolis, Maryland.
So it's a little bit of a drive. And were you able to avoid all the weather and whatnot?
We were, for the most part. Actually, a tornado ripped through our neighborhood right as we checked into the Sheraton yesterday, but luckily everything's okay up there. So.
That's good to hear. That's good. That's very good to hear. Now, let me ask you, is this your first Dragon Con?
No, this is actually, I believe, number 4 for me.
4? Holy. So have you been coming them consecutively or like sporadically?
I think my first one was actually either 2010 or 2011, did 2012, we did 2019, and then obviously COVID prevented 2020, so we're here again in 2021.
And as you mentioned, COVID, you know, obviously it's been crazy. And we are so happy to be back. How are you feeling about being back at Dragon Con 2021?
I mean, just in general, being back at Dragon Con, I know we use the phrase a lot, welcome home, but it really is like coming home. You see everyone, you see the familiar places, just that kind of general attitude that cosplayers and con-goers have. It really is just one big family. It's good to be home.
That's awesome. And that's, I think that, like you said, is the general gist of it, like how the feel. It may be used a lot, but it's said a lot for a reason. And it's that welcome home, you know, that welcome home feeling. Now, I gotta ask, because I love the Mandalorian. Now, I kind of guessed it, but just in case, tell them exactly what you're cosplaying.
Yep, so this is the Mandalorian armor from episode 1 of season 1 before he gets any Beskar pieces. So it's kind of the first half of episode 1 of season 1.
And this has taken a lot of time and detail. I can see you got the scuffs and everything. Fantastic. And let me tell you, Andrew, he was very clear. I can't take the helmet off.
This is the way.
This is the way. Now, is this your first time cosplaying, or what kind of, is it your first time cosplaying?
No, this is the first time with this costume. I actually worked on it during COVID after seeing the show, but previous years I've come as a full Halo ODST, Battlestar Galactica characters and stuff like that, so not the first time in cosplay.
What called this costume particularly to you? Like, what made you want to cosplay the Mandalorian?
You know, it's just kind of a connection I feel with the character insofar as a kind of noble, quiet, professional type hero. It really just kind of spoke to me, and it happened to come out during COVID, and so it just kind of hit at the right moment.
And listen, that's the best type of mask right there.
That's exactly it. Yeah, I got a mask under here plus the helmet and fans, so I think we're being pretty safe.
Thank you so much, Andrew. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Thank you so much for interviewing with us. I appreciate it. You can reach him at Instagram, kbbeckham. That's K, B as in boy, Beckham, and also at beastfriendsfvr. Beastfriendsfvr. Andrew, thank you so much. Have a great con, and we'll be back. All right, everyone, I'm here with Matt Hobbs, who you can find over at TikTok at Matt Droids, that's plural, Instagram, Matt Droids, and also his builders forum, wallybuilders.club. Matt Hobbs, thank you so much for being here.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Now, I would assume that this is not your first Dragon Con.
No, it is not. This is the fifth. Exactly.
And I want to get a clear focus on this beautiful creation here. Now, Matt. Wally, how you doing? Are you enjoying the con? Thank you. Now, Matt, let me ask you. This is easily a creation of love and time.
Exactly.
Now, would you say, how much time, like a rough estimate, have you spent on this?
We had a challenge of building him within a year.
A year?
Yes,
So wait, there was a challenge to build him?
there was.
Oh my goodness. So can you tell me a little bit about what goes into something like this? I can imagine, I'm not very tech savvy, so I'm lucky if I turn on my computer.
Right.
But I can imagine this is taking a lot of parts and pieces,
It
which
is.
might be difficult with everything that's been happening, right?
It is. It's a team effort. So we work with a huge team of builders. We've got all the way from the beginning of the club through Mike Cena and Michael McMaster, all the way up through myself, David Ferreira, and Seth Kelly, and Stefan Balou, working on the build of this Wally. We're all over the world doing this stuff. So we've got the programmer is in Canada. We've got the designer that's in West Virginia. We've got another team that's in California, and then I'm in Alabama. So COVID has really struck a nerve on everyone, but now with the amount of Zoom that we can do now, we're Zooming all over the place, and that's what has allowed us to build this creation.
And would you say, like, we're kind of running around asking everybody, as you mentioned, COVID, would you feel that, like, are you like cautiously optimistic? Are you happy, like, I myself, this is probably my fifth or sixth one as well, and it seems to me that the staff is doing an absolute fantastic job of trying their best, and I myself am, as I said, happy to be here.
Right. Oh, we love it. We did MegaCon a couple of weeks ago. The team was fantastic there, and from what I can see here, DragonCon is doing a phenomenal job on doing everything to be COVID precocious.
I agree entirely. I feel that they have done the absolute best, and it's amazing just the amount of security and staff that they've put into this, and I'm grateful, and like you said yourself, we're all grateful to see that.
Exactly.
Now, I just want to again say, I cannot believe that you did this in the challenge of a year. Your team, you guys are amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Again, I would like to please Matt Hobbs. Again, TikTok at Matt's, M-A-T-T-S, Droids, D-R-O-I-D-S. Instagram as well, Matt's Droids, and the Builders Forum at wallybuilders.club. Please show them some love and support. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Matt. I really appreciate it.
All right.
Wally, any parting words? Can we get a wave goodbye? All right, we'll be back. Thank you so much. All right, everyone, and I'm back here, and we are back with Daniela, who has graciously given us the time to take a quick interview. Now, Daniela, where are you from?
I am originally from New York City, and now I moved down to Georgia.
So you're local. So is this your first Dragon Con?
It's actually my second Dragon Con. Yes.
What was your first one?
2019. 2019 Dragon Con. So right before the pandemic. Yep.
So like, how have you? So you got to sample your first con right before the pandemic, and now you're taking your second one here. How are you feeling? Are you like excited to be back?
I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to see like the con and how it recuperates after COVID and how everything works after COVID, because there is a night and day difference just going day one since last year and this year. But so far it's been great, and I'm just excited to see what else happens.
I'm glad to hear that. I feel the same way. It's nice to see how seriously the staff is taking this. So that's great. And I gotta ask you, tell me about the cosplay.
Well, I'm Angewomon from Digimon, so it's kind of a nostalgia for those, like, you know, 2000s people and whatnot. They love it, they like seeing it. It's probably one of my favorite characters, and she's not really like recognized that easily. It's either like you know her or you don't know her. People think I'm from video games all the time, but when people see me and they know the show, they are like, oh my god, thank you for bringing her out. It's so amazing to see like this character. So it's probably one of my favorite shows growing up, so I wanted to bring her to life.
I was just gonna ask, so like what drew you to that? You said it's one of your favorite shows.
I grew up watching Digimon, and she was one of my favorite characters, so I was just like, I have to bring her to life.
Now last year, well 2019, when you were, did you cosplay then for your first Dragon Con?
I cosplayed then also. I did a bunch of like simpler costumes. I did like Naruto and just like the general like anime.
The classic animes, No, absolutely. Well, listen, Daniela, thank you. I don't want to gobble up too much of your time. Please follow Daniela at simplyarabella, DM, and that's Arabella, ARABELLA, DM, and that's the same on Instagram, YouTube. On Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Simply Arabella. Again, that's Simply ARABELLA. Daniela, thank you so much for taking the time, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the convention.
Thank you. You too.
This is my dear friend Paige, who I have known for several years now. We met at Dragon Con, actually. We've hung out at KatsuCon as well. Normally when I meet with Paige, drunken times happen afterwards. We call her our drunken alchemist because she is notorious for making Everclear cherries that she soaks for several months in. Paige, I'm happy to see you on. How you doing?
It's good to see you too. I'm happy to be back.
Now, obviously, this is not your first Dragon Con, because I met you at Dragon Con. So how many cons have you been to Dragon Cons?
I think this is my fourth year at this point, fourth consecutive sans COVID.
Now, how are you feeling being back?
Oh my God, it is so nice to be back and to be able to see all of my friends, get back in my kit after almost a 1.5, 2-year hiatus. Everybody has been so welcoming and so well receiving as always. It's an energy that I've missed so desperately.
Absolutely, and that's how I feel, because it's like, you know, people are worried, and of course reasonably so, but I feel like the con has done such a great job of doing their best to bring us back, and it's so needed to have, like you said, this energy of seeing your friends that you haven't seen in God knows how long. It's awesome. Now, you guys might be wondering, what is Paige wearing? What is she doing? And I met Paige while we were in the Hilton lobby, and she was helping someone cosplay repair. Now, you've been doing this for a while, right?
Yeah, this is going on, I realize, about 6 or 7 years now.
Wow. She is an angel. She's literally, if something happens to your cosplay or the sort, you could come to her, and she will do her best to fix it, to help it. Oh my goodness, we got a rave just passing on by. I mean, this is Dragon Con, so that's what happens. But if you're having problems with your cosplay, she has, tell them what you have on you. Look at this. She's got a bunch of things to help fix you. What are you carrying? Like, well, just give me not an impromptu list. Oh God, Swolair is behind us.
Okay, so a little bit of everything. On my leg pack, I have heavier duty repairs such as glue guns, soldering irons, stuff like that. Lighter repairs such as cosmetic, everything from sewing somebody back together, gluing someone back together, prosthetic adhesives. I've tried to slim out from my kit anything that may be a COVID risk, such as any kinds of makeups or anything like that, but honestly, it's still about 15 pounds worth of stuff.
And this is not the only con you do this. You also do this at KatsuCon as well, right?
I do.
And are you doing it? Are you planning to branch out at other cons, or?
So my major cons are here, Dragon Con and Techo up in Pittsburgh. For Techo, they actually brought me on as staff for their cosplay repair room. We want to try to branch out ever since we moved out west to maybe some more local conventions, and maybe like Colossal Con. Oh no, I'm sorry, not Colossal, MagFest. But yeah.
All right, well, listen, I'm not going to gobble up too much of your time. Please follow my good friend here. Please. She is at Instagram as the Cosplay Repair Medic, on Facebook as well as the Cosplay Repair Medic, on Twitter as the Cosplay_Medic, and on Twitch, where she has shown so much love and support to the channel, as MALGY Monster, Malgy Monster. Monster Paige, thank you so much, hon. I hope you enjoy you see the con, and I'll see you later because we'll be drinking later. So that's what we'll be doing. Yeah, we're gonna have some. She literally just brought me a bottle of booze, so we're gonna be drinking later on. We'll be back. All right, we're back, and let me tell you something. The fucking hype right now is real, okay? Because I am personally interviewing one of my favorite fucking streamers on Twitch, okay? Hands down, one of the coolest people. And if you aren't subbed or following, get your ass over to twitch.tv/theperfectlioness. Now that's PURFECT Lioness, Perfect Lioness. This is Kira, and also double hype, exclusive content. Jessie right here, her fiance, who is like the hidden character. We have unlocked them. Guys, thank you for coming here and taking the time.
Of course, thank you. Thank you for meeting with us.
You know, I'm hyped, okay? And I personally sub to Kira. What she does on Twitch, I was happy and honored to be a part of her happy partnerversary. She has fostered a community on Twitch, which, as I said on the video, at times Twitch has a deservedly shitty reputation. Not so with her community. They're fucking awesome. They're cool people. It's supportive. Check it out. And that's what we need more of on Twitch. So Kira, this isn't your first Dragon Con, right?
No, this is a return, but I've only ever been once before. Yep.
And Jessie, this is your first Dragon Con, right?
This is my first one. I'm overwhelmed, but I'm just trying to find some Pokemon cards to buy.
Oh, damn. Well, yo, listen, you know, that is a hot market right now, hot commodity. I don't know. They took them off Target. There might be some stampeding over here for some Pokemon cards. But what are you most excited about for coming to Dragon Con?
The vendors area, and to see cosplay, because that's something I always like enjoy seeing. The time that people put into their costumes and to make something come alive. Like, they put a lot of time and effort and hard work into it. So yeah, but I want to spend some money at the vendors.
Oh my goodness.
Lots of money.
Jessie's money, or maybe. What are you excited about?
I'm excited, first of all, to buy some Pokemon cards, right? That's my number one thing. But I'm also excited to meet members of the community, anybody that we know on Twitch, Twitter, whatever. That's what excites me. So
This has been a highlight for us, meeting you guys.
Oh, thank you. Listen, this is, I'm telling you, the most hypiest of moments for me. It's the most hypiest. Now, coming back, you know, obviously last year fucking sucked. And it's been crazy. Are you excited to be back? Like,
Yeah, I'm blown away by how organized everything is, and I'm really excited for what's to come because we've only seen a little bit, but yeah, we're thrilled to be here.
and that's been the general gist of what we've been getting. Everybody's been talking about how like happy they are to be back and how serious the con has been treating it. You know, I personally have not seen a single person without their mask, which is blowing my fucking mind. Yeah, so it's incredible. Here, tell me a little bit about what you have in store for next week, because like I said, she's streaming nonstop and just recently had her first, was it the first cosplay stream? Now we're waiting for the shower cap stream. Are we gonna get that? Are we gonna get the shower cap?
You're gonna have to sub and stay tuned.
You're dropping the sub.
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. I have some ideas, but I'm gonna keep them. I want them to be, you know, you guys to be excited.
That's right. Tune in to the channel. Well, listen, I don't want to gobble up too much of your time. Thank you guys so much for being here. Listen, I'm not fucking kidding you. Perfect Lioness. That's P-U-R-F-E-C-T. Nah. That ain't nobody. Don't worry about that dude. That ain't no dude. P-U-R-F-E-C-T Lioness. That's at Twitch. That's at Instagram, and that's on Twitter as well. Thank you, Kira. Jesse, our exclusive character. Wait. Oh, can I get a? Oh yeah. Thank you guys. Take care. All right, so one of my favorite things about Dragon Con, and I think one of the things that makes Dragon Con stand out, in my opinion, is one of the best around, is the Peachtree Center food court. You can find a ton of different choices here for food. You can get Firehouse subs, you can get Moe's, you could get Chick-fil-A. There's like 20 different options here. If you love sushi, check out Yumi Yumi. They have some Yami Yami. They are very, very popular for good reason. And yeah, this is one of the best places that, in my opinion, you can eat on a budget. And it's what makes Dragon Con stand out. And it's easily accessible from a lot of the locations. If you're at the Hilton, you literally could just take the Skybridge over to the Marriott to the Hyatt, and then from the Hyatt, you could just walk on over. There's a Dairy Queen over there, which is what I'm gonna be having, by the way. And yeah, if you're at Dragon Con, there's tons of restaurants, and I definitely recommend if you wanna have a little bit of fine dining, sure. But you probably wanna eat a little bit on a budget, save a little bit of cash, come over to the Peachtree Center. There's tons of options here. So let's keep going. All right, everybody, we're back. And listen, let me tell you something. This is an awesome fucking group right here. I am with Team Totoro Cosplay. Okay, now this is it's like a family endeavor thing here. And first off, we have to give props. Our Totoro right here has been in this cosplay for at least 2 hours. My God, I'm in this 10 minutes, I'm already dying. So I want to introduce everybody. We have Chris. We have Aaron. We have Nicole. We have Steven in center. We have Nicolette, Alex, and Ryan. Guys, thank you. Can I just get a big shout out, like a big hello? Hello! Guys, you have just participated in the Loki cosplay. You're all Minutemen. Is this your first Dragon Con, or?
This is, I believe, year 10 for Steven and I. And year 9 for myself.
Year 7.
Year 1.
Yeah.
I'm on 4.
I'm on 6.
Steven?
10!
Oh my God. So I've only, my wife was behind the camera. This is her first Dragon Con as well. I've only been here yes, and she is a big help and the massive support. I've only been here like maybe 4 or 5 times. Obviously, we're from New York City, but are you guys local or?
Portland, Oregon, and San Francisco.
Ooh, that is a trek. So did you guys get here? Everything with the weather, everything good?
Oh, yeah. Everything's
Awesome.
fine.
No. Yes, the heat is crazy, so I don't want to gobble you guys up too much. What made you guys want to be the Minutemen? Like, what drew you to this cosplay? Because this is...
Well, it started off with, we were not going to bring Totoro to Dragon Con this year because of the Ultra Dragon Con, and he's a lot of work, and we decided not to do it. But then we saw Loki on television, and we're like, if we're doing a Loki, we have to do it this year at the Marriott due to the television show, and Totoro has to be a variant. And therefore it was like, okay, what could the handlers be? And it was obviously Minutemen.
It's a great idea, and like you guys said, this show just came out recently, so fucking kudos on getting this all together in such a short amount of time.
We decided with about 2 months to go that we were gonna do it. And then it was a race against the clock to get everything pulled together. Totoro's costume wasn't too bad, just some accoutrement and he's good to go. But these, it's the first time we've tried to mass produce armor, and that was something we hadn't done before.
And our master armorer here.
Right. Templating and building, and then it was all hands on deck to get the rest of it done in time.
Now, you will be wearing this Minuteman costume, and Totoro will be switching about, hopefully wearing Minutemen's getting a break. Now, I asked earlier, it's primarily Steven in this, right? Yeah. But you guys do switch about from time to time.
I've been in once or twice. Alex has been in.
And I've been in a couple of times because you need to be at least 6 feet tall to carry the Totoro.
Fantastic. Listen, how, like, one last question. How hard is it to like carry this through con? So I've done a bit of handling, like you said, when we did our Godzilla cosplay over in New York Comic Con. This is not easy. Whoop.
Oh no.
What happened? Oh, sorry.
You were out of frame and then the camera moved.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Hang on. First.
Oh, no worries. So, and this is, listen, we're filming this live, all right? This is part of the Dragon Con experience. So, what is it like, what does it take? You guys are like, please, everybody's trying to get to you. Obviously, it's a fantastic group, fantastic cosplay. Is it fun being a handler? Are you guys having a good time?
Oh, yeah. We have usually giveaways that we give to various people. This year we're giving away some t-shirts. We've given away other things in the past, so it's always kind of fun to do that. It's fun to see the reactions. It's fun to give all the hugs out, and just our job is mainly for traffic control and making sure that no one brings like liquids up when they're giving Totoro, because he is not dry cleanable.
What happens, Aaron, if a Starbucks comes running at you with liquid?
In the past, I have gently clotheslined someone for drunkenly running at Totoro with an open beer. So we protect him. That's what we do.
Is it at Dragon Con? Was that okay? Yeah, it was a Dragon. Okay. Well, listen, one last question. Are you guys excited to be back here, Dragon Con 2021?
Oh yes!
Thank you guys so much. Listen, they could be found at Team Totoro Cosplay on Facebook and Instagram. Please check them out. Look at this group. Send them all the love and support. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time.
So I have to warn you, you violated the sacred timeline. We're pruning you.
All right. Well, I guess this will be our last shot. Take care. Oh God. Well, thank you guys, and bye. All right, everybody, we're back. And let me tell you, the height is astronomical right now. I want you to zoom in on, look at this. Look at this. Look what we have here. I am so happy to meet Madison. Madison, thank you for taking the time. Thank you for choosing Gura. Now, where are you from?
I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah.
Oh, so quite a bit of a distance.
Yeah, we flew here.
Everything great? Everything fine?
Yeah, we love Dragon Con.
Now, is this your first Dragon Con?
It's my second. Yeah.
What was your first one?
2019.
Oh boy, so you had an awesome 2019 and you're like 2020.
2020. We had tickets. We didn't come.
I don't blame you, obviously. Now, are you happy to be back?
Definitely. Dragon Con is so fun.
It's a blast, as you can hear. There's music going at all hours. There's a ton of stuff going. Now, did you cosplay in 2019?
Yes.
What did you cosplay?
We were Shiro and Sora from No Game, No Life.
Gotcha. Now, guys, again, you can see how hyped I am. Tell everybody who doesn't know, what are you cosplaying?
I am Gawr Gura from HoloLive. She is a VTuber.
That's right. Now, what made you pick Gawr Gura?
Because she's so cute.
She is adorable. Now, there are a lot of options. You could have been Amelia. You could have been Ina. Is there a special like Gawr Gura moment that got you like, I gotta be Gura?
I just love her voice, and she has a tail. Tails are so cool, and I love sharks.
I don't blame you. Well, listen, Madison, I don't want to gobble up too much of your time. Please follow Madison on Instagram at tangletoosews. That's Tangle, Toosows. Tangletoosews. Madison, any last words? All right, everybody, we're back. We're still here at the Critical Role photo shoot because there's a lot of amazing cosplayers here. Now, and obviously I can't interview everybody or be here for the whole weekend, but I had to get in touch with this cosplayer here. Her name is Sparky, and I mean, look at this. We're gonna get into that in a second, but I just wanted to touch on Sparky. How are you? Where are you from?
North Carolina.
Oh, okay, so you're nearby.
Not too bad. Yeah.
Okay. Did you get here safely or with all the weather?
Yeah, we travel for work, so this was like a really short trip for us to come here.
So is this your first Dragon Con or?
I've been a few times. This is my third or fourth, I think third maybe.
Okay. And how does it feel to be back after, you know, all this craziness?
It's cool. It's been a very weird year, I'm sure for a lot of people, and also for
That's saying it nicely, yeah.
Yeah. So it's nice to have somewhere where we can go and like there's no work here, there's no like house chores or whatever. It's just fun.
So getting this together has to have been a little bit of work because this is a lot.
Yes, my fiance helped me a lot because I ran out of time.
Can we just get a shot of this? I just want to get. They're so prepared. Look at the refill station. They're not kidding here. They're not playing around. Now, Sparky, let me ask you. I know a little bit about Critical Role. I know the general gist. I DM, but what made you? I know that there's tons of parties. I see a lot of characters. What drew you to this character? And can you tell me a little bit about the character?
Yes, this character is Bureaugard, and she is very casual. And I knew that I could make this outfit with a limited amount of time, which is what I had to work with. And then I kind of stumbled across the idea to do the Bureaugard in hearing it mentioned, and like I suddenly was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be Bo. I could have a bar, that would be great. Because who doesn't love free drinks at Dragon Con, right?
Now, does this character have like a bar in the...
There's a Traveler Con episode where they do a whole, it's mostly centered on the Jester character, because it's like her god and they're doing a whole thing about it. And they have like a, kind of like a tiki bar on an island as part of their con that they throw. And so I thought, you know, I can make that happen.
It's been very popular. There's been a lot of people sampling it. I myself may have to sample a little bit. Can you let me know what are some of these here?
Yes, it's all stuff from the show. It's Ruby of the Sea drinks, which is a rum punch. There's also this Chaos Reigns drink, which is a tropical themed rum punch, because Kent Plucker only brought rum to the island. And then we've got some Sood, which is our Critical Role like undercover street drug, but here it's just emergency packets. And then I have some not safe for work TravelerCon themed straws, which I don't know if I can say what they are, but I'm sure it's exactly what people think they are.
Use your imagination, guys.
Yeah.
And now, I'm a bit of a savage. My eyes, I just noticed this. Is this Everclear?
Yes, that's for people that if they want to sanitize their
Oh, okay.
go ahead and use it right away.
Okay, yeah, so I those who know me, like, no, I like to take random shots of Everclear. So, like, I was like,
That would be a big one.
yeah, that's a monster shot. I would lose all my levels and all my hit die real fast. Sparky, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the con. I love the entire thing you got going here. I'm a big sucker for props. Would you mind if I have a rum punch?
Please do.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me, we're gonna just shot this real quick, guys.
Do you want me to hold something?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
We're gonna shot this real quick. Celebration to you, Sparky, as well, and to the rest of the Critical Role characters. Salute.
Salud. Woo! Woo woo!
We'll be back. I've known my guest here since 2004. At my first time ever cosplaying at Otakon, Makoto Shishio, and I remember going to cosplay.com and I'm like, I don't know anything about this cosplay stuff. And there was a certain person called Evenstar, I believe, who messaged me and she's like, oh yeah, I'll be cosplaying Kenshin. And so I'm here with my dear friend Corey, who I've roomed with multiple times, has also been in our wedding. She was at our bridal party. So it's not a guest. I'm talking family right here. Corey, how are you, hon?
Pretty good. How about you? It's been a long year.
It's been a hell of a year. It's been a hell of a year. And we're gonna dive into the costume in a second. I have sweet, bitter memories with Corey's costumes because it's usually when we're in a room and I'm like pulling a rack of like 14 of them in, or we're like last minute she's in the room sewing. But Corey, how happy are you to be back?
Definitely missed it. Very happy to be back. I almost didn't come, but couldn't miss it. Just
this is, how many Dragon Cons have you been to? 'Cause I know you've been to a bunch.
This will be 16.
16. Damn. I mean, look, this is just from this year. I'm sure you have multiple years that are like with ribbons galore. So I mentioned the cosplays. I know I literally watched you last minute designing the costumes in the rooms and whatnot. Tell me a little bit about what this character is and what made you want to cosplay this.
So this is Fern. She's from EXU, which is a campaign done by the Critical Role cast. And she is a druid. She deals with poisonous flowers, so she has a little fun. She has a little monkey named Mister. He's down here. He's a fire elemental. He throws flaming poop at people. So she's a lot of fun. She was just a fun character, and I was like, I like her look. I like all the, and I've wanted an excuse to make a fun cosplay. So despite my feet protesting immensely right now, I made her in the past 2 weeks. So.
Yeah, you don't, when she makes costumes, it's not about comfort. Comfort's like one of the lowest tiers of importance when it comes to Gawr. Can we get a shot of, and I saw you posting this on Facebook too, the pictures of you were like, okay, my feet might protest, but it has to be done. And look, like I said, I've known Corey for many, many years. Always a treat to see you. At times, a nightmare when, she's got like opening her SUV and there's like 20 boxes of stuff in there. I'm like, Corey, dude, we're only gonna be here for like 3 days. And she does find time. Which, when she told me this yesterday, I was like, are you kidding me? Only 2? I was flabbergasted. I'm like, she must have lost them along the way or something. But, so we'll just let off. Corey, where can people find you?
I'm Evenstar Cosplay on Instagram, and just Ridley Honeycutt on Facebook. Everything's open to the public, so if you want to find me, please just, friend me. Message me, be like, hey, I saw your cosplays, just so I know you're not some random person, because I've had that a lot recently. So.
Well, please show some love and support for my girl here, Corey. I love her. Known her for years. We'll be back. Thank you, Corey.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, we're back. And we're at what a lot of conventions like to call the dealer's room or the merchant's alley. But here at Dragon Con, it's a little bit different. Dragon Con doesn't just have a dealer's room. It has 1, 2, 3 floors full of swag and loot that you can buy here. The top floor is where the comic and artist alley is at. So if you want to check out some of the talented artists up there, you go to the 4th floor. But floors 3, 2, 1, hey, if you want to buy some stuff, this is where you go. Now, ordinarily, it opens on Friday at 10 o'clock. It's going to be kind of packed though. I'm telling you now, if you want to go on a Friday, you're going to be coming in at like 8 o'clock in the morning to line up, and it's usually about a 3-hour wait. So I recommend coming on a Saturday. It took us about 15 minutes. Somebody broke something. It took us about 15 minutes to get in here with no problem. So I'd say unless there's something exclusive that you really feel is going to run out, and you're like, I got to come in for Friday, save it for yourself. Come in on a Saturday. It's a lot easier and it's a lot less crowded. And what's best is it's right next to the Petrie Center. So when you're done, go get yourself some food at the food court, and then head over here to the America's Mart building. All right, let's go inside. We'll take a quick tour, show you guys what it's like. and we're back, and we're here with a personal favorite of mine. Now I'm here with Taylor. Taylor, thank you for taking the time to interview with us.
No problem. Happy to be here.
Awesome, awesome. Now, is this your first Dragon Con?
It's actually my 11th.
Holy crap, 11. That's pretty freaking deep. So, are you happy to be back?
Of course. I mean, after the quarantine and everything, I'm really excited. This is technically my first large convention back after, what is it, March of 2020?
Yep.
Horrible year.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, this is my first back since KatsuCon, which was, I think, in February of last year. So we are just so happy to be back, and that's the general gist of what we're getting. Everybody's excited to be back here. Now, are you from local or?
I am. I'm actually from about an hour north of here in the northern Georgia area.
Nice. Okay, so thankfully it's not too much of a travel. Are you going to be here? Have you been here all weekend?
Ever since Thursday.
Nice. Now listen, this is incredible, and it's a favorite of mine. I love this costume, but can you tell everybody who's not familiar with it where you're from? Ma'am?
The character itself?
Yes. And from what I know.
The character's name is Goblin Slayer. He doesn't have an official name. It's just Goblin Slayer. It's actually a horror-based anime based off of a Dungeons and Dragons series. It takes pretty much place about a guy who's, well, his whole family was killed by a horde of goblins.
And can you show him what he does to them?
This is exactly what he does to them, and sometimes this is the humane thing he does.
Okay, now what made you want to cosplay Goblin Slayer? Because this is gotta be, even you were telling me it's not thankfully resin, but it's still hot.
The character itself or the actual costume?
The character itself. What made you want to be the Goblin Slayer?
Okay, well, you see, I was introduced to the anime by a good friend of mine. She told me that it was pretty much like Dungeons and Dragons, the anime, so I watched it. Now, I will give a little bit of advisory. This isn't your Sailor Moon or your Dragon Ball Z kind of anime. This is a horror-based anime. Think of like Berserk. Think of Berserk as like Coke. Goblin Slayer is like Diet Coke. There's still some horror themes, but it's not as bad.
Exactly, yes. There is a lot of brutality. Fair warning for those who might be interested in watching Goblin Slayer afterwards, but it does make up for it. It is stunning storytelling and artwork.
It's only the first episode. The first episode is where it gets really bad, but afterwards it gets a little lighter. There's only been 12 episodes so far. We got one movie, and then season 2 is apparently in the works right now.
Now, are you going to be cosplaying for long? Or like, are you going to be, will you this the whole weekend, or can we just get everybody on?
This is actually my first time dressing up as him because I've been really busy with other things, including other photo shoots, but I really wanted to bring Goblin Slayer to a big convention, and this is actually my first time bringing him to Dragon Con. I've had the costume for about a year or so. Back in 2019 when I first debuted him at Anime Week in Atlanta. And then during the beer bug, I wasn't able to really do much with it. I took some time, readjusted a few things, added some stuff, and then made sure he was convention ready when Dragon Con 2021 came around.
Well, it looks incredible. You immediately caught my eye. I had to grab you here. Taylor, thank you so much. Please follow Taylor at TikTok and Instagram at denshipool. That's DENSHI Pool. Thank you so much, Taylor. Be safe and enjoy the rest of the con.
It was an honor.
And we'll be back. All right, and we're back, and we're here with Kyle.
Yeah.
Kyle, are you from around here?
Yeah, so I'm actually from our San Antonio area.
Okay.
That's where I'm living right now.
So a little bit of a drive or a flight?
Drive, yeah. I had like a huge 40 cakes thing I did when I did Lex Luthor, so I had to drive over for that. So.
Hopefully the weather didn't mess anything up, or did you get here okay?
It was raining, but the thing I had in the back of my truck weathered the storm just fine, so did the trick, drank a bang and just, get some energy in me and just drove the whole way through. So.
Is this your first Dragon Con or?
So I've been doing it since 2013. So let's see. I guess I would make this the 7th Dragon Con because last year didn't happen. So yeah.
Are you happy to be back?
Oh, dude, it's awesome being back. I freaking love Dragon Con. Like, it's just awesome to see everyone's like costumes. Like, you don't get this elsewhere, you know? So yeah.
And this is actually our first con back since KatsuCon of last year. So yeah, we're so happy to be back with everybody here.
Yeah.
The general feel that we've been getting is this is like almost like a welcome home for family. Is that what you're feeling?
Yeah, because like you'll meet, you'll find people, and like you're like, oh, like I haven't seen you, and yeah, so it is like a family reunion every time you come out, you know. So yeah, no, I love it. It's wonderful.
The cosplay.
Yes.
What? Tell everybody where you're from.
Okay.
And what made you want to cosplay this? Because you're missing out if you don't recognize this.
Yeah. So I am Alex Luis Armstrong of the Armstrong family from Full Metal Alchemist.
Hold on,
so
sparkles, the sparkles.
I
got the sparkles.
That's gonna be next year. I gotta add that little extra to there.
You're sparkling already, so don't worry. You're incredible. So what made you want to cosplay this?
So combination of things. I love the character, obviously. It is, you know what? It is an awesome motivation for me to go hit the gym and work out so I can kind of develop the body. That's part of why I like it. Also, I'm bald, so it ties in there. So, and just generally, I love, as you saw earlier, I love just acting the character out. I had a friend who did Olivia. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to come this time, but a lot of times we'll go out together, and it's just a good time because she acts the part of being General Olivia, and we do the little interaction. So it's about getting into the character that I really love.
I love to hear that you're using cosplay as a motivator, like you said, for fitness. That's awesome to hear.
No, I know. It's that's why I try and do all the characters that I like. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get in the gym, I'm gonna look like that guy, and it's gonna be a good time.
That's incredible. Listen, this is a success story. My ass failed trying to get in shape for Kratos, so I love to see the motivation. Kyle, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thanks for having me.
Please follow Kyle over on Instagram at megabaldcosplay. One word, mega BALD cosplay. Thank you again, Kyle. You have a safe con. Now, we're back. And so I saw this going up the stairs. And I was like, damn, I'm gonna miss a chance to interview him. But we came back outside and I just saw you stepping out with this, and he was gracious enough to give us an interview. So first off, let me introduce Ray. Ray, thank you so much for taking the time.
My pleasure.
Now, are you local or where you're from?
No, I'm near Newcastle, Pennsylvania. I drove down for Dragon Con.
So have you been here since like Wednesday, Thursday?
Yeah, we got here Thursday, basically.
Yeah, we are from New York, and yeah, we got hit by the weather a little bit. Hopefully your drive was
pretty wet first half.
Yeah. So, is this your first Dragon Con?
This is my second Dragon Con. I was here in 2019.
You're the second person I've met that said that they were here 2019, obviously 2020 hit, and they're back here 2021. So are you happy to be back?
Yes, very happy.
Obviously, this is the centerpiece right here. This is incredible. I saw you inside this earlier towards there. So can you tell me a little bit about the armor? What goes into making this? Like, what?
This is the T-51 Nuka Power Armor from the Fallout world. Basically, I built a basic frame a couple years ago and decided to upgrade it and put a skin on it. I found this helmet at GameStop, so that gave me the idea that Nuka Power would be the way to go. And I just started working on a different skin for it.
So now, when you wear this, do you have any like fans inside to help keep it cool? Or?
I do not at this point, but after today, I will have some in there before I come back.
Yes, I could imagine. Now, does this give you like how much extra like height would you say it gives you about?
It adds about 6 inches to me, and it weighs about 70 pounds.
And I see. I assume you have someone helping you handle the kind of crowd.
My wife's been nice enough to follow me around to these cons and make sure I don't get stuck inside the thing.
And this isn't the only one, right? You showed me a different one earlier.
It's kind of the same one. It's just evolving as time goes by.
And I gotta ask about if you could give me a rough estimate. How long would you say it took you to build this thing?
I got right around 1,000 hours in it to this point. It's kind of like a hobby. When I'm bored, I go play with it. If I'm busy, I don't.
Are you mowing the lawn in this thing? Are you like walking around in it?
No, not too much. It's kind of painful to be in, actually.
Well, listen, Ray, I don't want to hold up you too much. I know you're heading out. Thank you so much for taking the time. Please follow Ray on Instagram at Ray16120. That's Ray16120. Ray, thank you so much. I hope you have an awesome con.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
And we'll be back.
Here for the gossip. Blah, blah.
Salud, the family.